Under 7019, and I am back today with a let's play of Stonehearth, and this is what you see after you go to start a new game. This is not the main menu by any means, but over on the left you get a expedition roster. This shows you the people you will be starting out with, and you have the choice to re-roll them here, and they're completely random. And over on the right you have the Traveler's Story. You have 150 gold you start off with, and you can choose any of these items. Now, as you can tell, 150 gold for a trapper's knife, you know, to me, that's not worth it. When you can get 3 items compared to 1, like, that's a no-brainer. But you click Embark, and then it brings you to the map. Now, the map is procedurally generated. As you can see, the seed is listed right here. You can also, once it's loaded, you can copy and paste it, edit it, things like that. You can roll a new map. And then once you bring the map up, you see this little square. This is, you know, you're checking out that area. And over on the right, it tells you what is in that area. Like, you know, if I go to the top of the mountain, obviously it's full of minerals, you know. But it's, you know, you can't plant anything there. You know, that's kind of a pointless place to start. So we're going to look down in here. Some good areas. I'm not really liking anything. Let's go ahead and roll another map. It's not a big deal. You can go ahead and roll however many times you want. If you find a seed that you like, copying and pasting it into a note file or something like that to save it. That's a good thing to do. Let's see where this goes. Ah, here we go. I like this a lot better. I want this spot right here. As you can see, you got 2 marks in wildlife, 3 marks in trees, and 2 marks in minerals. But that doesn't really matter, because when the map loads up, you're not just in that one little square. You have a radius all the way around that you can operate in. You'll see what I mean here in just a second as soon as this loads. Now, just a little bit of info here. This is going to be uncut, unscripted. You know, just me playing the game, talking about it, BSing about it. So if you guys have any questions, comment below. I'll get to them by the next episode, I'm sure. If there's something I miss as far as like a tutorial side of things, like I always try to teach everyone what I'm doing while I'm doing it. So if there's anything I miss, you have any questions, ask me below in the comments. As soon as it loads, we'll get straight to the game. Okay, now WASD moves you around. Right click on the mouse will spin you around, and center click button, center button, pan you, and then mouse wheel will roll you in and out. Pretty simple. Now, as you can see, a lot more than just that one little square I was looking at. Right? Which is fine. That's what I wanted. But we're going to start off right here up against the side of this mountain. So I'm going to go ahead and place this down right there. And we're going to name this Fenderland. Alright. And as you can see, these are the people we start off with, blah, 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 blah. Pause it. 1, 2, and 3 keys will pause, play, and double play your game. And we're going to go ahead and harvest all these trees right here. Need a good bit of wood to start off with. Let me make sure it's clear around a little bit. That way, whenever goblins and undead start arriving, we can see them before they actually get right up on us. Alright, so once we start that, we need a place to put everything, which is why we have stockpiles. Which you can do a 20 by 20. It's the biggest stockpile you can do. And then it brings up this where you can actually choose what type of items you want in the stockpile, but we're just going to leave it with everything for now. We'll tidy things up in a bit. And then we're going to go ahead and go to our citizen screen. If you click on this little icon, it'll bring up their character info or their character sheet, whatever you want to call it. And over here it'll tell you how much HP they have, their morale, it gives you basic body stats, or their stats or whatever. Come here, you can get more detailed attributes about them. And I want to find the fastest guy with the most health. Okay, I'm looking at speed right here is 121. This person's got 172 hit points. This is who we're using right here. Lots of spirit, lots of mind, very intelligent person. So we're going to call them badass because they're badass. Alright. And we start off with a wooden sword, which is what you need to get a footman. Well, a footman will train and be able to use better weapons, stuff like that. But you got to start off somewhere. So you click that, boom. Now we've got a badass. Right? Now we want to find the weakest person that we've got. I'm going to guess this one. Still pretty fast though. This is going to be our farmer. Our first one. Let's do the same thing. Since we've got a wooden hoe, make them our farmer. Just like that. And now we've got one other job to look for. Now this one's going to be a little different. We've got to look right here where it says inventiveness. You want to pay attention to that. And you want that to be pretty high. So the highest is 57 now. We're not going to do badass. It's 19, that's not good. Yeah. 52. 57. Let's do this one. Okay. This is going to be our carpenter. The reason I'm looking for inventiveness is because they will randomly make fine items and they sell for lots of money whenever merchants come around and stuff like that. So that's all that we need right off the bat. We're going to go ahead and start the play. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and do double speed, get them to clear this out pretty quick. And as soon as we get our farmer, there we go. Now we can put down farmland, which I'm going to go ahead and do here. We'll do some 5 by 11. Grow turnips and carrots and pumpkins and corn. Now, these are your main foods. Now the reason I picked turnips, carrots, and pumpkins right off the bat is because they're fast growing. You'll be able to harvest them quicker because we have no food right now whatsoever, and we don't have a trapper's knife, so we can't, kill animals. And then the corn takes a long time to grow, but it's really nutritious, so they eat less of it, So go ahead and speed things back up, let them do their thing. Now, one thing I like to do on any game like this that I play is I like to work on defenses right off the bat. Now, the first night usually you don't have any problems, like no one's going to jump the gun. You're not going to have undead and shit like that. But it's good on your very first day to go ahead and get started on it. There's no reason not to. So, first thing I'm going to do, I need to make sure all these trees get cleared out. But you have your tunnel tool here. First thing I'm going to do is make a moat, basically. The reason I do moats instead of walls is because you get materials back from this, where a wall you actually lose materials. So I'm going to do it just like this. I'm going to leave a little section there, just like that. Alright, and they'll gather stone up while they're doing this and just put it into our stockpile, our one large stockpile we've got here. And while they're doing that, I'm going to go ahead and go over a brief building tutorial. Now I get a lot of questions about the building in this game, and like some people like the old way this game used to do it. Some people like the new way. They now have story houses. I suggest not doing it right now they're still working on that in the game, and it's kind of clunky, a pain in the ass. So just, I wouldn't even deal with it. A grizzled traveler approaches. 3 rabbit jerkies, 2 baskets of berries. Awesome, we got some food. That was cool. You'll see that guy periodically. He drops you off stuff all the time. We're going to go ahead and build a longhouse right here in this area. So over here you can actually click on individual pieces of this house, or over here on freestanding walls and slabs and even roads. And we'll talk about some of this other stuff later, but we're going to go ahead and go to foundation. We're going to go with wooden. You can choose whatever, color you like here, or even stone if you want to. But we're going to stick with wood. Come in right here. 12 by, let's do 12 by 30. Well, let's go a little further. Let's go a little bit further out here. Now this is a big structure. Now if you're not familiar with the game, I don't suggest doing a big structure right off the bat, because it's labor intensive and it's also material intensive. Now for some reason, when you have a mining project going on like this, you can't place down walls. I don't know why. It's crazy to me. See, like, it shows this X because of this right here. I don't know. I can't explain it. It's a little glitch with the game. So we'll get to that in a minute. But go ahead and name this. Okay, and now you can also save it, so on and so forth. But we're going to go back to edit. We're actually going to exit this screen, and we'll come back to that in a minute because it's being stupid. We'll wait till they get all this mined out. And what we can go ahead and get started on here is we've got a carpenter. Need to get him started. Now this is the crafting screen. Now the workbenches, you obviously need a workbench before you can make anything. That's just the way things work. So you want to make one of those right off the bat. We're going to go ahead and do that. As you can see, it puts it in a queue. He's open. It means he's working. Now I don't know where he is. I'm guessing it's him, maybe right there. Trying to walk over some wood. That might be the workbench. He might have already made it. Looks like it is. Now you can click on it and place it like so. I'm going to place it right here so he's real close to the materials. And we can go ahead and set up Q for that. Now he can make everything that's highlighted in like this tan color. He can make now. He has to level up to do everything else. So since we're making a longhouse, we need to make beds for them. Come here and you can change the amount that you're making. We'll do 6 now. So now he'll make 6 beds. And I'm going to go ahead and have him make 10 chairs. It seems like a lot, but you'll see why in a few. We'll go ahead and do a wooden door. Oh, he's already leveled up. Look at that. That was quick. Wooden door. Do windows. Lights. And we'll need dining tables. Just to have them, we'll make quite a few. And we'll have him maintain 2 shields at all times. Alright. Now that's all we're going to get into right now. Actually, no, large crate, I'm going to have him maintain 4 of those. And we'll get into that in a little bit too. Now we're set. It's just kind of like one of those things you just got to sit back and let them take over and do their thing. As you can see, they're gaining pretty good ground on the moat here. I hope they don't get stuck. It looks like they are. So we're going to go ahead and put a ladder in for them. Just by doing this. That way they don't die in there or something. Starve. You gotta micromanage them a little bit. Now when someone gets free, they'll build the ladder. It should be good. Maybe. Must be pretty adamant about that. They got wood right here, so I figured if they needed to build, they'd build right there. Now, I'll talk about the enemies right now. One of the big things that happens is, like, you'll have goblins come in and they'll, like, build their own little bases or little villages or camps, whatever you want to call them. And they'll actually build up and attack you. Now, you have the option to have peace with them by, you know, they're going to have demands. And they're going to demand, like, certain items from you and stuff like that. And if you keep meeting the demands, they'll leave you alone. As far as attacking you, they won't attack you. And if you attack them, then it's basically hell from then on out, because they keep coming after you in any way they can. But if you build up a decent defense, then it doesn't matter, because you're able to withstand any attacks that they have. You know, eventually they'll have wolves and stuff like that. They'll train wolves to attack you. So, I mean, once you build your defenses, you basically got to stay inside your defenses, turtle up and everything. But then you can focus on the economy side of the game while doing minimal military stuff. And the military stuff that you can do, I mean, when you see camps spawn up on the map, you can send out raiding parties and stuff like that and wipe out the camps and things. I mean, there's still a lot of stuff you can do as far as the military side goes, but if you have decent defense, it makes playing the game more enjoyable. You actually get to you see the detail in the economy side of the game. And let's take a look at our farm real quick. As you can see, stuff's growing. These are our turnips over here. They're purple. Carrots are obviously orange. Now pumpkins are green, and then they turn orange after they're ripe, ready to pick. And then we got corn growing over here. And as you'll see, it's really quick. The turnips and the carrots, they turn over really fast, and the pumpkins are pretty quick. But we'll see how quick it goes. We got a little bit of food anyway, I believe. Yeah, a few berries, some jerky. We should be fine. Okay, here's our first merchant or whatever. He's a stone cutter, so he has all stone stuff. You can buy resources off of him and everything here. You can also sell stuff, which we're not going to get into right now. We're just going to kind of ignore him. Yeah, okay, whatever, dude. Carpenter's working away up here. Making pretty good progress. They don't have much further to go until they're on home stretch, huh? Oh, there's a bunny. So these are the animals that are in the game. Now, your trapper, when you do get one, they don't actually like hunt these directly. You can't send him after that thing. It doesn't work that way. You set up a zone, almost like you do your storage areas, and then he'll set up traps in those zones and trap whatever animals he finds or whatever animals are in there. They're finally building the ladder. Now that they're probably hungry. Why is this person just idle? Who is this? Why is the farmer in the hole? I don't get this. Oh, he's got nothing to do yet. Oh, you'll get these too every day, the daily updates. And here what they'll do is they'll assess your, your settlement, and then you'll be able to get people. Every day you'll have a chance to have new people come into your settlement, your village, or whatever. Aha, now I'm going to get to harvesting. As you can see, already harvesting turnips. Hasn't even made it to lunchtime yet. So, we should be doing great on food now. Another thing you can do is you can look for berry bushes on the map, and it's really good to spawn near them. Right here's some. These right here. You can harvest those daily and give you some good food right off the bat. I just assume go ahead and do the farming because you need a farm anyway, so it's good to go ahead and start it up. Come on, guys, quicker, work! I need my whip. Whoosh. Faster! Go ahead and build another ladder over here, so you don't have to walk all the way around. Yeah, it's still not going to let me do that until they're done with the mining. Like, this game is alpha. They're working on a lot of things. I mean, that's one little bug I've found, but it's not a big deal. I mean, I wouldn't be building this right now until they're done with this anyway, because these are the workers. These are the ones to be building it. So, essentially, it'd be kind of pointless to go ahead and get that started. But before this episode's over, I'll go ahead and show that into more detail. Now, the autosave feature you actually have to turn on. How you do that is you go to the save load screen, and there's an option there. You just click it, and then it'll save periodically. Well, I'm going to cancel this thing. Because they're already on this side. Lunchtime. Looks like everyone's got some food. That's good. So we managed to feed everyone just in time. It's like they're on crack. Alright, probably better put a ladder in here now, or else they're gonna get stuck. Suspend mining until I can get that ladder put in. Don't want them to get stuck in there and die. There we go. We'll resume mining. Now that the ladder is put together. Come on guys, you're almost done. Just knock it out. Well, crap. Oh no, they're not. Oh, they got one more layer to take out. Oh my god. At least they're done with this side. Oh geez, now I gotta build another layer to the ladder. I can't, they put stone in the way. There it is. Alright, somebody grab some wood. Do your thing. There you go. Alright, so the moat is complete. That leaves us this little section here, which I'll give some details about later. I'm going to go ahead and slow time down. Probably going to see some undead tonight. Not a big deal. Let's get back into this. Okay. So now, as you can see, we can put walls up. Start up automatically. Go ahead and place those. You can click here, and you can actually put another level on, but we're not doing that. Like I said, just leave the two-story stuff alone. But go ahead and put a roof on. You can change the directions of the peaks. You can change the height of it. Take it all the way down so it uses less material. And go ahead and put a door in right here. You can also go here to furniture and change the view to where you can see inside of the building. Now your comma and period will actually spin your item wherever you have. I didn't put that in the wall. Oh geez, I didn't. That's good. You can space beds one block apart and they can still get into them. Got 6 beds. So I'm just going to place them like this. Bunkhouse style. Really, I've got one spot I could have moved these. Let me go ahead and do that. Got your undo button. Maybe. Well, hope I didn't undo the roof. Well, that's not working, so the hell with it then. We can set up our dining area right here. Chairs rotate the same way. Oh, misplaced that one. You can move these after they're put in here. Alright. So that should be good for now. Actually, I think I'm going to put a couple crates in here for food. These will be food crates. We can do windows. Bring the walls back up. Oh yeah, I forgot. I undid the door and roof. That's okay. And put windows in just wherever. I'm just rushing through this. You guys can take more time and really make it how you want. I've seen people make some beautiful houses on this game. Alright, let me put the roof on now. There we go. Okay, so there's our first like little longhouse. And here it'll give you a list of the materials it needs to do this, which we've already pre-made a lot of the furniture and everything. So once you hit build, good. You can go ahead and save this template. is the longhouse, and now you can build these. It'll save the template. It'll actually save over to your other games too if you have more than one save game. But as you can see, they're starting out. They're cutting out now for the floor, waiting on the undead to come. I know they're bound to come tonight. I'm gonna get rid of this ladder. We'll leave the little one down there. It doesn't make a difference. Get rid of that one. Don't need ladders in the moats. Well, yeah. We'll be down in there in a little bit anyway. Okay. And we're going to go ahead and lay out another very important part of the moat. And that is the gatehouse is what I call it. You go to freestanding walls. We're going to go to stone. Do this. Go to stone columns. I like the darker stone column. But you come here, as you can see, it is 4 blocks wide, which we're going to change that soon. We're going to worry about this 3 block section here. So we can come over 1, 2, 3, 4. Now if you hold shift, when you come out here, it'll place down your walls. So remember, we're going 4 spaces, 1, 2, 3, 4. Come over here, 4. Alright, so that's it for that wall. Now what we're going to do is we're going to put in a reinforced door right here. Okay. And what I like to do is I like to do the same thing out here. So we're going to do this all over again. It doesn't really matter how far you come out, as long as you have good spacing around this part. And then we're going to put another reinforced door here. Okay, and then that will act as our gatehouse. Go ahead and finish editing, and you'll see how much it uses. It only uses 2 stone and then 1 reinforced door for one side. But we want to click over here, finish editing on it as well. Okay, so that means we need 2 reinforced doors. So we come here, go to our carpenter. We're gonna have him build 2 of these. Well, now it's saving. That's one thing about the autosave, it will bog you out when it goes to do it. Okay, now they're already building something, so it's going to be a while before they get to the gatehouse, which isn't a big deal. But another really important thing, since we do have someone who's in the military now, you click on your fight and defend option, come here to parties, create a party, add member, and you're going to want to add badass or whoever your person is. Okay, and then from here you can actually send an attack order just like that. It'll send them wherever to attack. Okay, or you can set it to defend, which is what we're going to do. So whenever the shit hits the fan, he'll just go right there and be ready to fight. Another merchant has arrived. What do they got? Ooh, they've got a padded vest. Cost 100 gold. From here we go and see what we got. We can sell. Got these tables here. Fine tables. Sell the shields. Not really sure what else we can sell. I mean, I guess I can sell beds and rebuild them. Here we go. Because I really want that padded vest for our warrior, Mr. Badass. Alright. So now we need to queue up more beds. But as you saw there, I sold those fine tables because your fine materials sell for were a lot more. So now we need to come here. 6 more beds. And then you just click your little boxes here. You want them to only hold food and drink, nothing else. And I gotta click the other box. The reason I just want food and drink in there is because it's right next to the dining area, you know. Well, I think I'm going to go ahead and end the episode here, guys, because, you know, all it's left to do really is for them to build. It doesn't look like we're going to see the undead tonight, and we're getting ready to start the next day. And what I'll do is I'll skip through this building part, let them get this built up. I'll probably come back in on the next night, and so that way you guys can see the combat firsthand and everything. But as always, thanks for watching, guys, and please stay tuned. Any questions, please comment below. Please stay tuned to the next episode, and rock on!